You are listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast.
What is going down, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, and I am back. It is Studio MacGyver, and you are listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast. This is a special episode. I typically put out the episodes, you guys know if you listen all the time, Sundays and Mondays. That is usually the time I put these out, but I was out of town, so I had to postpone it, but it's all good anyway. Let's get into this episode. I want to start off by letting everybody know that I was in Chicago and I had a great time. Had a family reunion type of thing going on down there. So now that I've said that, I'm back in Dallas and I am ready to get to work for you guys. Now, let's start off with the Dragon Ball episode that pissed me off a little bit. And for those who know me, you can probably guess why, but for those who don't, let me explain. I call that episode Tien Sacrifice, and I should call it Toriyama's Fumble. That's what I should call it. That's what the episode should be called. What upsets me about Super, and not, look, the majority of Super is cool. Don't get me wrong. I actually absolutely love it. Okay. What's really getting under my skin is one character in particular, and that is Tien Shinhan. And I'm a big Tien fan. You guys know this, but man, the way this guy is being used is I keep having hope. I keep thinking that things will get better for him, and they just don't seem to be, it doesn't seem to be happening. And I don't understand why. In my opinion, and yes, this is just my opinion, I just feel that Toriyama or whoever else is involved in writing for this character has dropped the ball. And to be honest, probably has forgotten a lot about this character. I mean, going all the way back to Dragon Ball, okay? I mean, he sacrifices himself by doing a multi-form technique. And I mean, I understand they were going up against a formidable adversary who was using these strange mirror-like abilities, but I mean, he was giving everybody trouble. I don't remember the guy's name, the pair's name, but they were giving the guys a little trouble, and Tien basically sacrificed himself to take him out. And you know, that's pretty much all that episode was about. It was a couple of guys who were, you know, giving the squad a little trouble, and you know, Tien decided to sacrifice himself and take him out. And look, it's so beneath Tien, in my opinion, on how he was used and how he was taken out. And I'm talking about from, you know, where he was as a character and all the way up to where he is now. Okay. What he's learned and everything like that. In my opinion, he should be a lot better than they are displaying right now. Okay. You want to bring back, you know, the four witch technique, which is where he grows the arms out of his back. I mean, that was an old ass technique. That was in Dragon Ball. He was doing that in Dragon Ball. And they try to make it seem like, oh, it's a new technique he's learned or whatever. I mean, come on, man. He's a master now. He has his own students. He has his own dojo. And this is what you guys do. This is what you put out there for him. Stop it. Stop it. It's ridiculous, man. And I, as a Tien fan, I'm disgusted. I mean, and really just as a fan in general, looking at this, I mean, come on, man, this is what you guys do. And then, I mean, you, on that episode, I mean, you split the episode between him and Master Roshi. Okay. And then if you compare anybody watching Super right now and hasn't watched anything, let's just say you've watched Super and you haven't watched Dragon Ball Z, you haven't watched, Dragon Ball or anything. You just started with Super. Okay. Most people watching that will say, well, damn, Master Roshi is way better than Tien. He's stronger than Tien. He seems more skilled. I mean, from what they've shown, that's the conclusion one would draw. But that is so far from the truth. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, I feel like I'm completely snowed right now. I just don't know what's going on. Okay. Yes, I'm going on a Tien rant, and please forgive me, guys. Sometimes when I get going, it's hard for me to stop, but I'm going to rant for a little bit on this because, man, it is really digging under my skin. And I don't see them giving him any justice, and I don't understand it. Okay. I mean, what has he learned? Everybody else is learning something. Everybody else has been training and has gotten better, seems like, and it seems like he has not done that. You guys are not showing that, at least. I mean, okay. The multiform technique, which he originated, everybody was using it. I mean, Krillin has, learned a souped up version of the solar flare, which is also another one of Tien's moves. Okay. Tien, like I said before, the four witch technique where he grows the arms out of his back, that's an old ass technique, and they're trying to regurgitate it and make it seem like it's something, something new, and it's not. And what is that? How did he even use that? Like, it had no use. As soon as he did that, I mean, he got handled by Roshi. I don't understand. It makes no sense. And they need to fix that. The writers are tripping. I don't know if they're smoking sherm sticks. I don't know if they're, drinking liquor, before they go into the writing room. I don't know, man, but something's got to give here. Okay. Okay. They have not brought back, in my opinion, one of the most important moves or techniques that Tien has had since Dragon Ball, which I feel that it would show his growth a lot better. It would display it a lot better in Super, I feel. And let's keep in mind, people, for those who do not know about Tien, he has not stopped training. He has never stopped training. He was one of the only characters in this whole series that has never stopped training. Everybody else pretty much has had something happen to them where they've had to stop training, or they've just straight up retired for a while and then came back. I mean, Krillin had retired for a while, changed his whole life around, became a police officer, took a mad break, came back, and he's supposed to be stronger than Tien. Stop it. Just stop it. Tien was always stronger than Krillin from the beginning all the way up until now. It's documented in the manga, and this is how you guys do him. Stop. It's getting ridiculous. But the technique I'm referring to is the technique with his third eye, which he uses to gauge or to observe an opponent. Okay. And then when he does that, and when that is complete, he can mimic the opponent. Okay. It's basically a copy like technique. Okay. That is what I'm referring to. They should have used that. They could have gotten, I mean, come on, man. They used it one time. He learned how to do the Kamehameha one time by watching Master Roshi use it. And then that third eye was able to duplicate that technique. Now that is a skill that is worth, training and worth building up and trying to make better. That is something that, if I was writing for Tien, I would basically integrate into his character development. But they don't want to do that for whatever reason. In my opinion, they're looking at him like he's just, he's whatever. He's not Yamcha, but, we're just going to do whatever with him. Like they give him like the scraps of the food, of the meal, you know, and I hate that for him as a fan. I hate that. With that being said, I'm going to leave it alone now, but I had to get that off, and you know, I had to, you know, express my frustration with that. Man, I'm just so pissed when I think about it. Every time I think about it, man, I hope they get it together. I hope one day somebody hears this podcast that has something to do with something and makes an executive decision or something. I don't know. Probably not going to happen, guys, but hey, at least I said it. And that's pretty much what the last episode was about. I mean, it was about this team that was kind of giving the rest of the squad trouble, and basically, you know, he is out of the tournament, and Roshi's still there. Roshi is still in. Oh man, it's crazy. It's just crazy. But yeah, at that, I will leave that at that. Done for Dragon Ball Super. Let's move on. Let me talk a little bit about Destiny 2. I'm sure you guys have heard. It's out now, and I don't have it, and I don't plan to have it. I might rent it from a Redbox, but other than that, I don't see myself playing it anytime soon. And in my opinion, it looks to be a Destiny 1.5 to me, not a Destiny 2. And that's just my opinion. The reviews aren't out right now. I mean, there are partial reviews, there are reviews in progress. But other than that, I mean, you know, there have been some improvements, but right now, like I said, it's a little too early to basically give the whole synopsis on the game. But right now, man, it looks like, you know, just a slightly better version of Destiny, the first Destiny. Yeah, that's it. If you're a diehard Destiny fan, then yeah, you'll probably pick this up and you'll probably enjoy yourself. But if you're like one of those guys who just, you know, are wants to play an excellent game and, you know, wants to play something that is completely set aside or a better version than the last, then you might be on the fence on this one. But I'm not going to make a complete judgment on it yet, because like I said, the complete reviews are not out yet, guys. You have to actually put in some work in this title to come up with that. But right now, on the outside looking in, it's a no for me. And, you know, I wished, you know, they go into third person, you know, for melee action, but I would have really hoped that they would, you know, give you the option to go in and out of third person. I just think that it would be so cool if they did that, but they didn't. That's just one little gripe that I had with it, but you know, potato. But hey, on Destiny 2, I'm going to kind of leave that there. Even though it was only supposed to be one Destiny game, if you let them tell it. But you know, I guess everybody, you know, it's all about money and politics, you know, when it comes down to it on 80% of these games out here. So they said, oh, you know, let's money grab. Let's make a Destiny 2. So, hey, good luck, Destiny, Bungie. Good luck to you. Yeah. Now let's move on, guys, and let's talk about my escapades with Naruto. Yes, I'm still going hard. I'm still doing my due diligence with Naruto, and guys, now I have crossed the 400 episode threshold on Shippuden. As we speak right now, I am looking at my TV screen, and it is paused on episode 403. It's a filler episode, but one thing I will give Naruto credit for is their filler is very good. 85% of their filler is worth watching. And it has its share of filler. It's got a nice chunk of filler. I want to say right now, filler episodes that I've seen already right now has probably been about a good 25 to 30 episodes, about 30 episodes of filler out of 400 right now, give or take 5 episodes. So, and like I said, 85% in my opinion, has been well worth the watch, and in new characters, backstories to other characters, and everything else in between. I am not disappointed. I am very happy with where I am at in the series, and I will be finishing it up. I'm binging, and that's pretty much what I've been doing. I mean, as far as I haven't been playing any games really. I mean, I played a little 3DS on my vacation over the last few days, but other than that, nothing, man. I picked up Naruto, the Naruto Storm Legacy pack, if you will, you want to call it, all the Storm games. Haven't even really been able to play it because I just can't get off of Naruto, the anime right now. I'm continuing to watch it. I'm loving every second of it, and I'm going to finish it. I'm going to get to 500 and then go for Boruto. Let's start Boruto. So yeah, man, that's what I've been doing. And you know how many episodes that is in the last month that I've seen? Over 600 episodes. Yes, in the past month. If that's not binge watching, I don't know what is, guys. I don't. And one thing I can say about Naruto that is different from Dragon Ball, because I'm a big Dragon Ball fan, and I mean, listen, look at the podcast name, okay? And it will tell you that. But I mean, me just really 5 weeks ago, just think about this. 5 weeks ago, I had not seen a single Naruto episode. And I'm talking about Naruto, starting with Naruto, which is 220 episodes. Shippuden is 500. I've already watched 220 of Naruto, and now I have already seen 400 of Shippuden. Okay? Lots and lots and lots of episodes, man. And one thing I can appreciate about Naruto, man, is this. Every character, and I've said this before, every character has depth. Every single character. And if you watch long enough, you will find that out. If you watch the show and you're in maybe 100 episodes or whatnot, okay, and you think you've seen everything there is to see on the characters you've seen within those episodes, you're going to be sadly mistaken. Well, I'm not even going to say sadly. You're going to be happily mistaken, because everything you've wondered about those characters thus far will be answered in a later episode. Trust me. And that is one thing I can appreciate about Naruto. That is one thing I can appreciate. Every character is interesting, man. I mean, I just watched a character a minute ago, a few episodes back, who, I thought, Rock Lee was one of the only characters that did, taijutsu. And I met another character who was just like him in a sense, had his own versions of the 8 gates and all, man. And he only had a few episodes, but yo, he is so dope. Yes, so dope, so crazy, man. And I really appreciate the show, the story, the rich history on this show. I mean, they break it down for you. And if you love ninjas, and if you love, that type of stuff, you love, a fleshed out character, a fleshed out story, I mean, layers upon layers upon layers, then you will love Naruto if you have not seen it. I mean, look, if you like anime, I mean, most people look at me like, you watch anime, but you haven't seen Naruto? They look at me like I'm purple. And now I understand why. But like I said before, guys, I am a super Naruto fan now. I have crammed my head with so much of it now. Like it's part of my being. It feels like, you know what I mean? Like I can't get away from it. I'm kind of going to be relieved once I finish it, because man, it's basically just grabbed my life and just taken it. I mean, I am a zombie. I am a slave to my TV screen, to my phone when I'm in bed or when I'm away from the house. I'm a slave to Naruto right now, and I will not rest until I finish episode 500. I can give myself a break after that before I hit Boruto. I can do that. I can, because there's a couple other ones I want to take a look at. But yeah, Naruto, in a sense, changes my life. It's changed my life as far as anime is concerned. Because now I feel like I want to be more adventurous with what I watch out there in anime. Because I've been kind of, passive, with what I've been watching, because, regular TV got in the way of that, Netflix and all those shows and all of that. But now, man, Naruto has basically said, look, there's probably a shitload of other anime out there that is so good, that you just will never see if you don't just give it a shot and see it. So that's what I'm on now. Once I finish Naruto, though, man, whoo, I'm so happy I found Naruto, though. Now I'm engulfed in the world, and there are a lot of things I like about it better than Dragon Ball, man. And, it has definitely become one of my favorites now. I shit you not. And deservingly so. Now I want to get into the world completely. And I'm going to do that. Yeah, guys, I had to get this podcast out, and please forgive me for ranting, especially on the Tien Shinhan stuff. Yeah, like I said, on the gaming side of things, I haven't had time to play much. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. And, I will definitely be changing that here in the next couple of weeks. Like I said, once Naruto is done, I'll be playing a lot of Naruto, Ninja Storm, probably. You know what I mean? Lots of that. We'll take it from there. You know what I mean? And then when the other big games come out, trust me, I will be there. We all look forward to 2018 because there are Dragon Ball Fighter Z's coming to us, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the closed beta. Hopefully I get in. That's a couple weeks from here, and we shall find out about that as well. With that being said, guys, this is going to do it for me. You have been listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast. Oh, I always miss this. Let me just say this. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or anything of that nature, you can always hit me on Twitter at Studio MacGyver. You can also email me at studiomacgyvermusic with a K at yahoo.com. I'm also on Instagram at Studio MacGyver79 and Facebook at Studio MacGyver too. Yeah. So with that being said, guys, I am your host, Studio MacGyver, and I'll see you next time.